getting to be a little bit of a habit, huh? This daggone camera sucks. Oh well. Ain't much to say about that. 7th of July, Tuesday. 19:07 hours. That's 7 minutes after 7. I ain't got my teeth in. That's the way it is, 'cause I ain't got none. I lost them here and there. Just write, not to think, but to write about the short, thick cup of instant Folgers in front of me. The birthday card so readily bought that sits under this make-do writing table. It's for Jessie, and she's used to having things, good things. I'm in a bit out of pocket this week, despite a gift of time from Mom. The time was that extension of the airline ticket's price coming out of my earnings. So I used that time to run to Minneapolis. I ran away from Jean and her beer talk Friday. The trouble was I ran to her also. Work is pretty good, and I teach the new guys. They have no wrinkles and few scars. That'll change. The table's actually a dining room piece of about 15 years age, maybe less. It rolls and has brown vinyl with buttons and a 5 on a playing card pattern. Arms it has, which hold a neglected shelf board, not gently, but just as Molech, or the idol in the Ten Commandments who held Pharaoh's dead son. I forget idols are not who, but which. How can I believe? I don't want to write the rest of that thought. To write, just write. But if there's not in the thought, the page fills with it. I may not shrink from reading this nothing in some years, but I do not want to write this nothing now. Yeah, well, that's 2,153 hours. What do you write for good night? About when Daddy sat at the desk with the Pineville Bible College course, and I was near some days. He studied hard and had a call to preach. He did some at the meeting way up in Wapakoneta, where the Neil Armstrong Museum sits. We filed into the car and drove there, upstairs in a schoolish-looking building that I faintly remember. That was before Grandma and Grandpa died. He preached once on the shortest verse, Jesus wept. How about the big rig model he put together? I helped some. Then I forgot about it. By the time he drove a real one. Was the plastic in that box like seeds of a hope and a want? Could be. Daddy had guts to bring things to a state of done. I saw him load a shop-sized air compressor in a pickup truck by himself many times. His toolbox was another. It sits at Sister's till I get enough of wild days to want a garage. I'm on the way. I got 3 rooms now that have been my space for 6 months. Not long ago, my bed was rags in a basement with the smell of wet bugs close on me. Then the oddments of blankets and cardboard, maybe a sofa cushion. They placed behind a green dumpster on wheels in a Minneapolis alley. Hobo blood, sparse accommodations. I guess hard living gives a hard body. I guess my threshold is up pretty good as far as being able to keep on going through hurts and cuts and smashed things. Like when Teresa was breaking my stuff in her dad's driveway. That smashed more than glass. I walked away as she cried and screamed. She must have been sad and mad